Good evening, everyone. We're going to go ahead and start this webinar today about California Lending Center. One of our newest products that we have on the market for our investor relations is Sell Us Your Car. We're buying consumer cars and then turning around and selling them for auto financing. So if you go to our webpage, which is californialendingcenter.com/sell-us-your-car, you'll get to our webpage where those individuals that have an asset, which is a used automobile that they're maybe no longer driving, maybe they're just wanting to sell it for some extra cash, turn it into something that they can generate money for. You can actually go ahead and sell us that car or give us the option to go ahead and auction a car for you. Here we buy cars for cash. So you go to the web page, get in touch with us, MKG Enterprises Corp Auto Finance, our address, where we're located at. You can click on this link here for 24/7 live chat support or upload your documents. We do ask that you download and complete the seller forms, which is the power of attorney that has to be notarized, as well as our vehicle consignment agreement. There, we'll go ahead and go over the terms and conditions of us being able to sell your vehicle to an auction, as well as us purchasing that vehicle to be financed. It's a pretty simple form. Your first name, your last name, your phone number, your email, estimated car value, a 17-digit VIN, the mileage, the year, the make, the model. We would like to know if the car is current on registration and is it operating. You also would check the applicable boxes if it has a lien holder, clean title, salvage title, is it currently being financed, what is the loan balance, if you were looking to refinance, and also if you took an auto title loan out, which is the equity base. Any additional comments or messages you would like to go ahead and submit us, then you go ahead and hit the submit button, and then it will go ahead and share that information with us. So moving on to the next topic here, we're going to look at our early stage investors. You can actually go down to our investor relations here, click down the tab on early stage investors. Here we're offering our early stage investors an opportunity to invest into our portfolio circular offering. We are an asset-based used auto dealer looking here to build our portfolio. So MKG Enterprises Corp Auto Finance Company provides accredited businesses, family offices, high net worth individuals, accredited investors to participate in our Regulation D 506C used auto wholesaler circular offering. You can click on this link and it will bring you up to the information about our circular offerings. You can search for and buy private equities into dealer-to-dealer inventory, direct investments into wholesale auto portfolios, request a subscription agreement for a new listing daily, and pre-inspected inventory. We also buy off of auctions as well as from other auto dealers. Our primary market is providing alternative auto financing, a non-based FICO score consumer lending based on structured auto finance program to underbanked consumers regardless of bad credit, no credit, or bankruptcy. So our target market is those individuals in that category there. We also have our asset-based used auto dealer portfolio where you click on that link and you can actually go and do direct investment. However, before you do that, when we start accepting any investment, we want to make sure that you complete an accredited investor questionnaire. We're looking for investors that have a net worth of at least, or less a net income of at least $200,000 within the last 2 years, and it is also expected to be the same for the next year preceding. Or if they're married, filing joint, then they have a net income of $300,000 or a net worth of at least $1 million, excluding your personal residence. You can also download our amended Form D, which was filed with the Security Exchange Commission, that we're offering securities, private equity into our company. You can also download a private equity guide, as well as download a self-directed IRA investing guide. These will be able to give you information about our offerings. And then once we get all the information back from our prospective investors, then we'll go ahead and send you over a private placement agreement and where you can make that decision and understand the risk that you're taking by investing into our company here. So what we've done is we've partnered with Carfax Banking and Insurance Group to make sure that we are doing our due diligence on when we are buying and selling used automotive vehicles. Here, we'll be able to log in MKG Enterprises Corp Financial Services here at the right upper hand corner. This is my name here, Marshawn Govan. We'll take you over to a little bit more about how the loan underwriting process works. It's fairly diligent here. We'll go ahead and take a look at this video just for shortly here. So here's going to be a basic report that we'll pull up on a vehicle here. We'll give it a reference number here as well. For our investors, we're going to make sure that we do an accurate loan to value analysis of any vehicle that we are purchasing for wholesale, and then soon we're looking to expand into the retail. But basically, the wholesale value here for this particular vehicle that was presented to us was a 2002 Mercedes-Benz ML 320 with the four-door wagon, sports utility, 3.2 liter V6 gasoline, all power. There's been no accidents, so we want to make sure we're getting the best return on our investors' investments here. For the retail value, this retail value of this vehicle would sell for possibly $3,190. Once again, there's a vehicle history report that indicates no accidents, no damages, has 5 previous owners, 7 service history records. The type of owner is for personal lease, personal use, approximately 144,408 miles here. It tells you the owners that have been, listed 1 through 3, 4, and 5. Originally, this vehicle was purchased in 2002, purchased again in 2013, and then repurchased again in 2017. The estimate length of ownership is anywhere from 10, 4, and 2 years. One other thing that we look for when we're assessing an automobile for our investors to purchase through our asset-based program is to make sure if it's a salvage, we want to report a salvage. We want to make sure if it's junk, rebuild, if it had a fire, flood, hail, or it's a lemon, the actual mileage as well. So those are all checks in the green that let us know that this vehicle is a good investment for our investors, as well as for us to go ahead and move forward to start a loan underwriting as well as a visual inspection. We'll also look at any other additional history, whether it was in structural damage, airbag deployment, accidents, odometer checks, accident damage, any manufacturer recalls. All those are in the green, which is a good sign and also a good to go. The owner's purchase history, service reports, if it went to get an oil change, service change in any vehicles, DMV registrations, titling, smogs, auction sales, when this vehicle was sold. For right now, it appears that this owner has drove less than the industry average of 15,000 miles per year, which, is kind of a low miles indicator now, which is another check for us to evaluate. And here's the service history report here that, that it went to a smog station back in 2010, another E&J auto repair in 11, 12, but then, here's some other stuff here that we look at as far as titling. But one of the things that will bring to our attention is that the service history, or at least the smog inspection, maybe stopped in 2013. So we're in 20. We're assuming, this vehicle, we do know that it does not run anymore. However, it doesn't have any indicators of it in an accident. So with this vehicle, it was determined that the engine needed to be replaced, so that if we were to purchase it, it would either be for parts or it would actually, replace the engine, and then we would go ahead and look at the estimated value of $3,190, and then we would finance that to a customer. Going down, and that's pretty much the basics of the Carfax history report that we pull up on a person wanting to sell us their used vehicle, and how investors can take their money and actually invest it into an asset. We do have a good program here where what we do is we do structured auto finance. You can make your payments monthly, or you can do it quarterly, semi-annually, or annually. And our investors can choose an option of deferred payment, where they can get a monthly paycheck, or they can actually get a quarterly paycheck or a quarterly dividend payment, and semi-annually or annually payment as well. Normally, our loan terms are anywhere from 12 months to 48 months, we can extend it an additional 12 months, which is up to 5 years. But however, we'll get over into how we calculate the financing part of our car loans and how our investors are able to get a return on their investments here. So basically, what we would do is we would underwrite this loan here, but just for hypothetical purposes only. That vehicle that if we were to buy it for, we only do 50% or less loan to value ratio. So we most likely would have paid anywhere between 500 to, maybe $400 for that particular car, which is that Mercedes Benz. We would have, either resold it at an auction or maybe, got another motor and then sold that car for, the retail value of $3,190. That investor would have gotten a 2-year monthly payment of $168.66. We're looking at an interest rate of approximately 24%. We're doing something that a lot of car dealers and institutions aren't able to do. Anyone that we're bringing back the less than $200 car payments. Of course, the interest rate they'll pay is $857, but it's a nice revenue share that we would have with that investor. We're looking to, turn that money into a little bit more. So a $500 payment would have turned into a 24-month paycheck for that investor. That would have moved forward. And if you look at the amortization schedule, the interest would be $63 and the principal. So in 5 months, that investor would have gotten his money recouped back, as well as we would have put insurance on there as well, just in case of an accident. We would be lien holder there. So that's a little bit more about our asset-based lending program. The minimum investment is $500, but we are looking for accredited investors. We are able to look at non-accredited investors, but those individuals would have to open up a self-directed IRA account. Basically, you will just be able to participate in our structured auto finance. But this will go ahead and wrap up our session for today. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call back at 866-675-3933. We look forward to having our relationships develop with investors that are wanting to invest into our structured auto finance program. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video.